What's up guys, it's Instinct here, and today I'll be showing you guys this cool effect. Basically what I'm doing is I am taking objects and I am masking it on a spline so that the object follows the spline. We can control the angle and whatever object we want on here, and we can control the splines and whatnot. It's a pretty cool effect. I have never seen this done before, and it is something that I just kind of created. So I'll be showing you guys how to do this. The nice thing about this tutorial is that it will work with any version of Cinema 4D, and you do not need any plugins. So anyone watching this can follow along with the tutorial, and it is pretty simple and straightforward. So of course, 50 likes on this video and I will do a Photoshop tutorial. I haven't even done a Photoshop version of this, but I will create something in Photoshop using this render style, and 100 likes and I will release the project and all the materials. Actually, hold on, let me do something real quick and delete all these materials. These are just materials I have in general that I have laying around. So let me see, let's delete up here. Hold on real quick, let me just delete all these. Boom. And delete this. Let's see, delete. Let's see what materials we used. We don't need, no, we need that. We need that. This one we don't need. This one we don't need. We just need these three. Yeah, no. Wait, yeah. We just need these three. All right. And by the way, this is what it looks like rendered out. I just put on some reflective materials here, and I think it came out a-okay. But yeah, so let's jump right into this tutorial. You want to start off by getting your logo or your text. It will work with text as well. You're just wrapping something around it. So let me grab the SOAR logo. Actually, I'm gonna do the same thing. Let's see, I have a lot of AIs in here. That's right here. And if you guys don't know how to make an AI or how to get these AIs, I have a link in the description on how to do that. You can also DM me on Discord or Twitter or Instagram. All those links will be in the description as well. If you guys have any problems throughout the tutorial, feel free to DM me or comment below. But back to the tutorial. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this scale tool right here and scale this down quite a bit. About there is good. And we're just gonna want to center this, put this in the range of our camera, and go in our camera. And by the way, if you don't have a camera, all you have to do is just click the little button right here and go to coordinates and just put this all at 0. So like 0 tab, 0 tab. Put this at like -700 ish, and then put these at 0 tab 0, and boom, you are all set to go. That's how to set up a camera. I'll also put the Lightroom in the description as well, completely for free, and again, 100 likes and I'll release the materials and this project file. With all that being said, let's get right back into the tutorial. Alright, so once we have our logo in here, we want to add some extrude. So go ahead and right here, hold right here and go to an extrude, and right away we're gonna go to cap, or we're gonna go to caps under here and go to fill cap, and then fill a cap, and then we're gonna set these 10. So we're gonna do 10 tab, hold on, 10, not 100, 10 tab 2 tab 10 tab 2, boom. And then we're gonna go to object. We're gonna put this at 50, and that's it basically for our setup. And we're just gonna Control C, Control V to copy and paste this. Make sure you're selected on it, otherwise you're not gonna copy it. And then just drag the pass into the extrudes, and make sure the arrow is pointing down. So down when you do this, and it will extrude the pass out. So now we have our logo. Pretty simple stuff, but if you guys didn't know how to do that, then now you guys do. Alright, so I'm just gonna group this, select these both, hit Alt G, and we're gonna name this SOAR, capital R, and yeah. So right off the bat we have our logo, so now we can actually start getting into the effect. So basically what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to get our shape down. So I'm gonna do a sphere, but you can really do any shape you want. Yeah, I get a sphere here. Go to object, we're gonna put the radius at 10, and we're gonna hit tab, and we're gonna put the segments to 100. The radius, pretty self-explanatory, the radius. The segments is how many segments is on the sphere. So if I drag this over here and go to shading, let's display ground shading. This is what segments is. So this is what segments are. I always try to explain little things that people don't really explain, so you guys can learn along. But this to 100, basically it just makes it smoother. Anything past 100 and it's really not noticeable. But yeah, I always put this on 100, and we're gonna go back to ground shading. All right, so we're gonna put this in the center-ish. It actually really doesn't matter where it goes right now. All right, so now we're gonna get our spline tool, and we're gonna do a pen. You guys can do sketch as well. Later we'll do Helix, but you guys really can use any spline you want, but for this tutorial I'm going to use pen tool. Now we're going to click this window up here, and we're going to get 4 different options. We're going to select the bottom right option down here, and we are going to make a spline that goes through the logo, like wraps around the logo. So again, you guys could do freehand it and just kind of do a bunch of little waves around it, but I'm gonna use the pen tool here, and I'm gonna select down here, just click, and then you can click another point, drag, and then like so, and then just kind of do it over here. But I'm gonna restart that, and I'm gonna put it more over here a little bit, and this is gonna take a little bit of time to get right. I might rush this just for the sake of the tutorial here, but yeah, it takes a lot of time to get right. It's a little tedious. Alright, so I'm actually gonna just make this a little bit simpler and just have it go around here, and then later I'm gonna duplicate it and then make it go around the other way. But yeah, so once we have our spline down, we're gonna go ahead and get a cloner. So go to MoGraph and go to cloner, and drag the sphere or whatever shape you're using in the cloner. One thing I forgot to explain, by the way, is do not move the camera, do not zoom in or out while you're in the camera. Always click this button before you zoom. Otherwise, I'll show you guys what this does, and then you go back out. And it screws the camera angle up, so I'm gonna put that back. Just Control Z. Actually, yeah, we're gonna put this back. But yeah, that's what happens if you guys do that. Just don't do that. Yeah, so we're gonna go back into our camera, and this seems off center, so I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. Alright, so now we're gonna go back into our cloner, and we are going to go to Object, and we are gonna go to Mode, and we're gonna go to Object. As you guys can see, it disappears. So what happened? Well, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is just drag your spline into the object, and boom, there you go. It is that simple. And now what you guys want to do is go to distribution and go to even. This distributes the sphere or whatever shape you're using along the spline evenly to get an even progression. And now you can start messing with the count, increase how many spheres you have. I think that's pretty good. Maybe put this at like 25-ish, and then go back to the sphere, click the sphere, go to the scale tool, and just scale this down. And I think that is a pretty good effect right there. So now we're gonna hop back out of the camera angle. We're gonna zoom in here. And if you use the window, if you guys did it this way, then it's gonna be locked on a plane. So it's, let me, if this will cooperate with me. So you guys can see that it is on this axis here. It really doesn't matter, honestly. But one thing you guys can do is go into the spline, click the little pen tool here, and you guys can move this around, and it will actually update live, which is pretty cool actually. But yeah, you guys can just change these points. That's just one little detail I thought I would mention because it is super helpful, and you guys can get different looks by just going to the pen tool and moving this around. Actually, I might move it like that. That looks good. Alright, so there really is no way to move this around. Let me go back to my camera. So the way they're at, I mean, there actually is a way, but what you guys want to do is you guys want to duplicate this, right? Control C, Control V. The reason we're going to do that is just so we can hide that, and we're going to make this editable. Hit C, and that will basically make all spheres individually editable. And the reason we duplicate that is that we can go back in case we mess up. So that's just a backup, really. But now we can start rotating this because we made it editable. So what we're gonna want to do is hop back out of the camera angle, and we're just gonna want to rotate this around the logo here. And I'm actually gonna grab the scale tool and just make it bigger, just so that it fits better around here. I want it to. Let me see. Yeah, that's looking a lot better. Move this up a little bit, and that's pretty good. Maybe rotate it this way a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So that's basically how you guys do it. Another detail you guys can do is go to Cloner, go to the effectors, and go to MoGraph, go to Effector, and then go to Random. And then actually, obviously, it's not going to do anything because this is spheres. And well, I guess you could go to the parameter. And I mean, obviously, rotation isn't going to do much, but position should do something. Is it not? Hold on real quick. That's right. This is, yeah, it's not gonna work. If you guys did it this way, yeah, you guys should have done that before. My bad. But yeah, that's why I had the backup. So now, if I hide or unhide this, you guys can see. There we go. That's why. Okay. And then we're gonna go back into the cloner, or the random actually, and we're gonna go to parameter, and then now it's gonna work. But yeah, you guys should have done that before. Again, that's my bad. But that's why we make backups, just in case we make mistakes. Anyways, I'm actually not gonna use this, but it's just something I thought I would let you guys know about. Let me put this one back on. Boom. There we go. And I'm gonna do this once more. I might speed this up just so the video is not too long. But basically, you guys can. I'm gonna do this once more, like I did. Hold on, like with the little tubes here. But the way I did that is with a Helix. So I guess I'll show you that real quick. It's pretty much the same thing. We're just gonna go into the coordinates and just change this to 90. I believe it's this one. Yes, it is. We're gonna go to the scale tool, scale this down. That might be too small. No, that's actually perfect. Maybe a little bigger. And then we're gonna move this to the left or right. It really doesn't matter. Like so. Actually, I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. And then obviously we're gonna go to object right here, and we're gonna just increase this to like 1600-ish, and stretch the height out so it goes all the way across, and that's perfect positioning. And this time, let's do a tube like I did before. We're gonna rotate this 90 degrees just so we can see it better. Boom, like this. Go to object. I believe I had this at 10, and I had this at 5, yeah, like that, and then I had the height at 10, I believe. And let me bring this out. And yeah, this is what I had it at. So this is a nice little preset. I really like this. This size worked really well for this design. But yeah, now we're gonna do the same thing basically. MoGraph cloner, drag this into the cloner, go to object, drag the helix into the object, and hold on. Oh yeah, and no, it worked. I was confused for a second. That's kind of funny. Yeah, it's just the count is very low. That's why I thought it didn't work for a second there. No, but it works. And yeah, we're gonna increase the count a ton, like 60 maybe. Actually, I'm gonna go higher. I think that's a good count, but yeah, you don't want to crank this one up. We're gonna go even as well. Yeah. Might actually crank this up to 80 and shrink this. No, I just said it was perfect size a minute ago, but I want it a little bit smaller. And then go back in here and then just crank this back up. Probably like 120, yeah, maybe 115. Yeah. Like so. And then this is where the effector actually really starts shining. Because these aren't spheres, so these are actually going to rotate. Go to random. Alright, then we're going to go back to into the random. We're going to go to parameter. We're going to go to rotation. And we're going to put the check rotation. We're going to put these down to like 3-ish. Because it's a little chaotic. Yeah, something like that looks really nice. And we're going to rotate these a little bit. Like so. You can also go negative as well. Let's see. I think something like that works. But yeah, that's basically how I did this. And of course, you guys can select everything. Hold the top one, hold Shift, Alt G. Actually, real quick. Let me hide this real quick, and again, take this, Control C, Control V, and then do it on the other side. Alright, there we go. That is looking pretty nice. And then put this visible again. This is a little too chaotic, so I don't know. I mean, it's good for now, but I'd probably change it if I were doing a speed art, but I'm not going to because this tutorial is already starting to be too long. But yeah, so of course what we're gonna do now is actually delete this because we don't need that. Hold the bottom layer, hold the top, or hold Shift down and click the top layer. Hit Alt G, create a null. Name this whatever you want. And we can take the rotation tool and give this a cool little angle. Just note that you're probably going to want to readjust everything when you tilt this because it's going to start messing up the angles. Or you could just leave it how it was, just straight. I think something like that looks alright. And of course, we're gonna texture these, put our materials on them. So I think I just did the metal for the SOAR logo, which is it's right here. We're just gonna put the material on it again, arrow pointing down, cubic, seamless, and do the same thing for the others. Just blue on these ones, cubic, seamless. And then the orange on the other one, cubic and seamless. Hold Control down, and then you can drag this one onto the other one. There's another shortcut for you guys, but yeah, that's basically it for this tutorial. That is how I did that effect. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the tutorial, guys. If you guys like it, make sure to give it a like, comment, subscribe, comment what video ideas I should do, what you guys want to see, more speed arts, more tutorials, material packs, graphics packs. Just let me know what you guys want to see down below. And other than that, guys, it's Instinct signing out for now. Peace. One final test to test the mix of the music and my voice. This is sitting from a normal position, and then up here is by my keyboard, and this is also at a normal volume.